Welcome back, ghost hunters and thrill seekers. Today, we're diving into the eerie and the unexplained right here in the Garden State. Get ready, as we count down the top 5 haunted locations in New Jersey. New Jersey is steeped in mystery, with tales of the paranormal lurking around every corner. From haunted asylums to ghostly roads, join me as we explore these chilling sights. Number 5. The Devil's Tower, Alpine, New Jersey. Starting our list is the infamous Devil's Tower. Legend has it that circling the tower 6 times will summon a ghastly apparition. Dare to try? In the town of Alpine, New Jersey, there stands a structure that is as much a part of the local lore as it is a feature of the landscape. Known as the Devil's Tower, this stone clock tower has been the subject of whispered tales and ghostly legends for over a century. The story begins with Manuel Rianda, a sugar baron who, in the early 1900s, decided to build a grand estate called Rio Vista. Among the many structures that graced the property, the most notable was a stone tower, built as a loving gift for his wife, Harriet, so that she might enjoy the view of the New York City skyline from the comfort of her home. But as with many tales of old, tragedy was to strike at the heart of this romantic gesture. It is said that one evening, as Harriet stood atop her tower, she witnessed her husband with another woman. Overcome with grief, she threw herself from the tower, her life ending in the very place it was meant to be celebrated. Following her death, strange occurrences began to plague the tower. Manuel reported eerie noises, ghostly footsteps, and even the sensation of being pushed by unseen forces. It wasn't long before the local community began to whisper of hauntings. The tower, once a symbol of love, had become a monument to despair, earning its ominous name, the Devil's Tower. Over the years, the legends have grown. Some say that if you circle the tower a certain number of times, you can summon Harriet's spirit, or even the devil himself. Others speak of mysterious gusts of cold wind, unexplained noises, and the scent of perfume that lingers in the air. The tower has also been the subject of darker rumors, with tales of satanic rituals and black rites performed within its walls. These stories have only added to the mystique of the place, making it a beacon for those who are drawn to the paranormal. Despite attempts to seal the tower and keep the curious at bay, the legends persist. To this day, many claim to have experienced the supernatural at the Devil's Tower. Whether it's the ghost of Harriet Rianda, still mourning her betrayal, or something more sinister, the tower continues to be a source of fascination and fear. As we delve into the story of the Devil's Tower, we find a narrative that is as much about human emotion and tragedy as it is about the supernatural. It is a tale that speaks to the heart of what scares us, what fascinates us, and what ultimately draws us to explore the unknown. Let us wander through the history and the mystery of the Devil's Tower. Let us ponder the tales of those who have come before us, and let us consider the possibility that within this stone structure lies a story that is still unfolding. A story that continues to captivate and terrify those who dare to look closer. The Devil's Tower of Alpine stands as a testament to the power of legend and the enduring nature of ghost stories. It reminds us that sometimes, the places we build with the best of intentions can become the settings for our darkest tales. And as we peer into the past, we realize that the stories we tell about these places are as much a part of their history as the bricks and mortar from which they are built. Number 4. Burlington County Prison, Mount Holly, New Jersey. Next, we visit a place of incarceration and execution. The Burlington County Prison is now a museum, but the spirits of its dark history remain trapped within these walls. In the heart of Mount Holly, New Jersey, stands a structure with a storied past that stretches back over 2 centuries. The Burlington County Prison, now a museum, is a testament to the evolution of penal reform and the darker side of human nature. Its walls have witnessed the full spectrum of human emotion, from the despair of the incarcerated to the finality of justice served. The prison's tale begins in 1811, designed by Robert Mills, an architect who would later gain fame for his work on the Washington Monument. Mills' vision for the Burlington County Prison was progressive for its time, focusing on reform and rehabilitation. The building itself was constructed with individual cells, ample ventilation, and fireproof materials, setting a new standard for prison design. For over 150 years, the prison operated continuously, its history intertwined with the growth of Burlington County and the state of New Jersey. It saw the comings and goings of many souls, some infamous, like Albert DeSalvo, who would later be known as the Boston Strangler. Others were lesser-known individuals whose stories were no less compelling, their lives a tapestry of the times in which they lived. The prison was also the site of public hangings, a grim reminder of the era's penal practices. The last execution took place in the early 20th century, but the echoes of those events linger in the collective memory of the community. It is said that the spirits of those who met their end within these walls still roam the corridors and cells, their presence felt by visitors and staff alike. Over the years, the prison has gained a reputation for being haunted. Paranormal investigators have documented unexplained phenomena, from orbs captured in photographs to disembodied voices that chill the spine. These occurrences have only added to the prison's mystique, drawing the curious and the brave to explore its haunted halls. As we delve into the stories of the Burlington County Prison, we uncover a rich narrative that speaks to the complexity of justice and punishment. The prison's history is a microcosm of societal change, reflecting the evolving attitudes towards crime and rehabilitation. Its legacy is not just one of confinement but also of the human spirit's resilience in the face of adversity. Let us walk through the timeline of this historic institution. Let us reflect on the lives that passed through its doors, the stories of redemption and regret, and the unyielding march of time that has turned a place of incarceration into a monument of history. The Burlington County Prison stands as a reminder that our past, no matter how dark, is always a part of us, shaping our present and our future. Number 3. Lambertville High School, Lambertville, New Jersey. At number 3, the ruins of Lambertville High School. The tragic death of a student during a football game has left a spectral mark on this abandoned institution. Atop a hill in Lambertville, New Jersey, the remnants of Lambertville High School cast a long shadow over the town. Built in 1854, this institution was once the pride of the community, a place where young minds were nurtured and futures forged. But as we peel back the layers of time, we find that the school's history is tinged with tragedy and mystery, making it a magnet for ghost stories and legends. The school's original structure was nearly destroyed by a fire in 1926, but it was remodeled and rebuilt the following year. It continued to serve the community until 1960, when it was deemed too small and outdated for the growing population. The building then took on various roles before ultimately being abandoned, leaving it to the mercy of time and vandals. A fire in 1992 gutted the structure, leaving behind only a shell of its former self, but it is the legend of Buckeye that has truly immortalized Lambertville High School in the annals of local folklore. The story dates back to a chilly November day in 1935, during the annual Thanksgiving Day football game against rival New Hope. The game, known as the Turkey Bowl, was a highlight of the year, with the entire school buzzing with excitement and anticipation. However, that year's game would end in horror. As the story goes, a New Hope player, known as Buckeye, suffered a fatal injury on the field. His neck was broken, and he died before the shocked crowd. The game was immediately forfeited, and the tragedy led to the end of New Hope's football program. But that was just the beginning of the tale. In the years that followed, the ghost of Buckeye was said to haunt the old football field behind the school. Some claimed to see his spectral figure wandering the grounds, while others heard the eerie sounds of a phantom marching band or the distant cheers of a crowd long gone. The legend grew, and the high school became a place of intrigue and fear. It was said that those who dared to visit the ruins at night might encounter the ghost of Buckeye, his presence marked by a sudden drop in temperature or the feeling of being watched by unseen eyes. Let us explore the legend of Lambertville High School and its most famous ghost, Buckeye. Let us walk through the crumbling corridors and overgrown football field, where echoes of the past still linger. Let us listen to the stories of those who claim to have encountered the supernatural, and ponder the thin line between history and myth. Lambertville High School, now just a memory, continues to captivate those who are drawn to the mysteries of the paranormal. Its story is a reminder that some places are imprinted with the emotions and events of their time, becoming more than just buildings, but keepers of tales that transcend generations. As we delve into the legend of Buckeye, we are reminded that ghost stories are not just about the dead, but about the living and our eternal quest to understand the unknown. Number 2. Greystone Park Psychiatric Hospital, Parsippany, New Jersey. Our runner-up is Greystone Park. Its long history of suffering has given rise to countless reports of paranormal activity. In the shadows of Morris Plains, New Jersey, lies the legacy of Greystone Park Psychiatric Hospital, a place that has imprinted its eerie mark on history. Opened in 1876, Greystone was once a beacon of progressive mental health treatment, a sprawling estate built upon the ideals of moral therapy and the Kirkbride Plan. Its grand architecture was designed to offer a sanctuary, a place where the environment could aid in the healing of the mind. But as the years passed, the luster of Greystone's noble intentions faded, giving way to the dark realities of overcrowding and neglect. At its peak, the hospital housed thousands of patients, far beyond its intended capacity, leading to conditions that were anything but therapeutic. The corridors and wards, once hallways of hope, became a labyrinth of despair, where the line between treatment and confinement blurred. The stories of Greystone are many, and they weave a tapestry rich with human experience. Among its walls walk the famous and the forgotten, each carrying their own tales of struggle and resilience. Folk legend Woody Guthrie spent years within these walls, his music silenced by the cruel progression of Huntington's disease. Yet, even in the throes of his illness, Guthrie's spirit remained unbroken, his humor and defiance echoing through the halls of what he dubbed Greystone. As the decades rolled on, the hospital's legacy was further cemented by the ghost stories that emerged from its decaying edifice. Whispered tales of shadowy figures, unexplained sounds, and ghostly apparitions became part of the Greystone lore. The once grand building, now a husk of its former self, seemed to hold on to the echoes of its past, refusing to let go of the stories it harbored. Let us delve into the heart of Greystone's history, exploring the depths of its impact on mental health care and the cultural fabric of New Jersey. Let us wander through the remnants of its structure and the remnants of its memory, where the past lingers like a ghost, ever present and intangible. Greystone Park Psychiatric Hospital stands as a monument to a bygone era, a reminder of our society's journey through the understanding and treatment of mental illness. And as we stand at the threshold of what once was, we are reminded that places like Greystone are more than just buildings. They are repositories of stories, some told and many untold. They remind us of our humanity, our capacity for both compassion and cruelty, and the indelible mark that institutions leave on individuals and communities alike. In the silence of its abandonment, Greystone still speaks. It speaks of the lives that passed through its doors, of the progress made and the mistakes repeated. It is a voice from the past, calling out to be remembered, to be learned from, and to be honored for all that it was and all that it represented. Greystone Park Psychiatric Hospital, in its eerie, solemn state, remains a powerful narrative of our collective history, a narrative that continues to unfold even as its physical presence fades away. Number 1. The Pine Barrens, South Jersey, New Jersey. And at number 1, the vast and mysterious Pine Barrens. Home to the legendary Jersey Devil, this place is a hotbed for the unexplained. Deep within the heart of New Jersey lies a vast expanse of forest known as the Pine Barrens. This sprawling wilderness covers over 1 million acres and is steeped in history and mystery. For centuries, it has been the source of countless legends and tales, the most famous of which is the legend of the Jersey Devil. The story of the Jersey Devil has its roots in the early 18th century, with the birth of a child to the Leeds family. It is said that upon the child's birth, it transformed into a creature with hooves, a goat's head, bat wings, and a forked tail. It let out an unearthly scream before flying up the chimney and disappearing into the Barrens. For over 250 years, the legend has persisted, with numerous sightings and encounters reported throughout the region. The creature is said to move swiftly, its eerie cry piercing the quiet of the night, leaving behind a trail of strange footprints and a sense of unease that lingers long after it has gone. But the Jersey Devil is not the only tale to emerge from the Pine Barrens. The land is also home to ghost towns, remnants of once thriving industries now reclaimed by nature. These abandoned settlements add to the aura of the Barrens, with stories of spectral figures seen wandering the ruins or heard working in the long silent factories. The Pine Barrens also hold tales of the Black Doctor, an African-American physician who, despite being denied the right to practice medicine, treated the local residents in secret. After his death, it is said that his spirit continued to roam the woods, offering aid to those in need. The Barrens are a place where the line between fact and folklore is blurred, where the natural and the supernatural seem to coexist. The dense forests and sandy paths have witnessed the passage of Native Americans, early European settlers, and Revolutionary War soldiers, each leaving their mark on the land and contributing to its enigmatic allure. Let us journey through the Pine Barrens, exploring its history, its legends, and the enduring mystery that surrounds it. Let us listen to the whispers of the past and the rustling of the trees, and perhaps catch a glimpse of the Jersey Devil itself, forever a part of New Jersey's rich tapestry of folklore. The Pine Barrens stand as a reminder of the wild and untamed, a place where stories live on, and the unknown still holds sway over the imaginations of those who venture into its depths. That's our roundup of New Jersey's most haunted locations. Thanks for joining me on this spine-tingling journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more paranormal adventures. Until next time, keep exploring the shadows. And stay spooky.